This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
And tonight on The South Today, police respond to a violent offender call in Taieri Mouth. One person is seriously wounded. Unions say we still have a long way to go, but they do have good news to report on your pay packet. And Southland businesses prepare for a course which boasts significant gains in business efficiency. And good evening with the South Today News. I'm Craig Story. Emergency services were called to Taieri Mouth just after midday today. A man is in custody after an alleged machete attack where another man's hand was injured. One man was taken to Dunedin Hospital with serious injuries. It is believed his hand was almost severed in the attack.
We responded police from Balclutha and Dunedin. And the offender in the matter was outside the property when we arrived, and he was arrested and he has been taken to Dunedin. The victim has just been removed to Dunedin Hospital a short time ago. He is suffering a very serious injury to his hand.
Police confirm there was some domestic overtones and that the parties involved knew each other. The man surrendered to police staff as soon as they were on the scene. No charges have been laid at this early stage, but investigations are continuing. The John Davies Oval at the Queenstown Event Centre in Frankton is undergoing a major reconstruction. The old turf has been removed and laser levelled and drainage is being installed. The upgrade is expected to cost the Queenstown Lakes District Council $640,000 and has been carried out by Queenstown company TIC Project. The work should be finished by April, and by next summer the field will be at a standard suitable for international cricket. The living wage is set to increase from July of this year. Many employers pay their staff at the current living wage of $19.80 per hour. However, their employees will soon be paid more than $20 an hour. The AT unions say there is still a way to go, and the living wage and minimum wage are comparable.
Yesterday they met Labour leader Andrew Little to talk about Cadbury's imminent closure. Today they are taking employers to task for underpaying their staff. I'm Rosella Bone. It's been a busy week for E2 union members. Today, the union has announced that the living wage will be raised to 2020. The union says the news is good and bad for Dunedin. While 64 employers nationwide are taking part in the living wage movement to ensure all workers are paid with dignity, E2 would like to see a greater shift in employer attitudes.
Well, of course, you're always going to get employees who will pay the minimum regardless of what they can afford to pay. But we say that the minimum wage should just be a starting out rate.
The union says the newly released living wage proves what they have been saying about employees being underpaid for some time is correct.
It's not just about having enough food on the table. It's making the difference between actually having a little bit more than the minimum wage, so they can actually afford to save up for things like holidays, so they can actually put healthy food on the table for the children.
Some on the street, previously employed, said it was worth their while dropping out of work to go on the benefit.
But I moved out, I said, hey, look man, this is wages poor. I stepped in, I stepped out. I was doing it for about 3-4 months, and I just said, bugger this. I'd take this job and show it.
E2 wants to see greater pressure exerted on the Dunedin City Council.
Well, they could actually listen to the people, and I mean, we have approached them in the past, and they gave us a right. No, they couldn't afford it, but that was a few years ago. So I think it's probably time for us to go and approach them again.
2016 saw an increase of 1/3 in the number of businesses becoming accredited as living wage employers. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Billy Bragg said it. There is power in a union. Emergency services from Wanaka and Luggett were called to a crash at the intersection of Cane Road and the Luggett Terrace Road yesterday afternoon. Police say no one was seriously injured after a rental car crashed into the side of a caravan being towed near the Red Bridge in Luggett. A female passenger in the rental car was treated for shock and minor injuries by paramedics at the scene. Constable Greg Nollett says the rental car crossed the centre line and hit the corner of a caravan which was being towed by a Range Rover. Police inquiries are continuing. A new crop of Southland businesses are preparing to go through a course that boasts productivity improvements of at least 25%. The Venture Southland-led Lean Management and Manufacturing program is about to kick off for 2017 and participants are keen to get started.
Southland businesses looking to trim the fat from their operations but not the staff are in luck. Venture Southland is leading a program called Lean for the 7th year running.
Lean is a management program that we put businesses through, so it's a 6-month training period and it's mapping at the start of your business all the way through the finish, and it's identifying wastes. So when your business is really small and there's only 2 people, you're in constant communication, everything's really clear, and as your business starts to grow, that's when the waste creep in. So that's not having the right bit of information, not being able to find a tool, being told the wrong bit of information, and so it's not changing one big thing and it's not changing the technical stuff that a business does really well. It's looking for all the little things and adding them up to a huge saving.
Since 2011, 28 businesses have gone through the program, including Quality Foods, Balanced Nutrients and Fiberglass Innovations. One of the groups starting in March is the McCullum's Group.
Lean is a key function to us, is how we look at our business, looking at it, not in it. So therefore, we know that we can improve how we do our linen processes because we're touching and moving product quite significantly through a plant. But I'm sure with input from staff and looking on how we do things, I'm sure with some suggestions and some smart operations, we can certainly reduce those touch points.
Rachel Butler says businesses experience at least a 25% increase in productivity after completing the course, including Avon Engineering, which doubled the number of jet boats they're making per week. Mr Harrington says he hopes to see a similar result for McCullum's.
It's certainly going to be a process that's going to take over time. So we're not expecting to achieve those milestones within the first week, 6 months or a year. Lean manufacturing, in our view, and in talking to our key customers, is an ongoing process. So as they say, it's a journey that we're going to be entering into.
He says watching clients improving through the program has pushed him to take part. I'm Ruby Spink for The South Today.
And still to come on The South Today. It's all over now, Baby Blue. Entries are now closed for this weekend's busking festival in South Dunedin. And squealing wheels and chrome and engine oil and tyre smoke. Yes, it does sound like a weekend in Gore.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
They say the grass is always greener, but not if you have Ready Lawn. Call Ready Lawn today and make them green with envy.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Oh, help!
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
If you've always dreamed of building a new home or renovating your existing home, make it happen. Go to the Home Show, 3rd, 4th, 5th of March at the More FM Arena at the Edgar Centre. Adults $10, children free. See you at the Home Show.
The University of Otago, New Zealand's only true collegiate university. For first-year students, the history, the expectations of excellence are
unfamiliar.
G'day, I'm next door.
Hi, next door. I'm Samantha Pascoe.
No, you're not. I'm Josh, Clyde, Science. And you are?
Sam, Hastings, Laura and
Tane, Auckland, Commerce. Osaka, Greece, Classics. History.
Silverhorn Active Manuka honey from the natural Manuka forests of New Zealand. Buy one 250-gram pot for $34.90 and get a second pot for half price. Order online at silverhorn.co.nz.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street. Gillian's and Silverhorn bring you Rub of the Green, lawn bowls from around the south. Saturday night at 7, replaying on Sunday at 1 p.m. and Tuesday at 3:30.
Thank you for staying with the South Today. Entries are now closed for the inaugural South Dunedin Busking Festival this weekend. Darren. Organisers are very pleased with the strong and positive response to the idea, with up to 8 stages along South Dunedin's main drag. From 10 a.m. this Saturday, 32 entertainers will try and win the hearts and the minds and the small change of the public, and some performers will be competing for prize money. People can expect to see circus-style performers, solo entertainers and groups, and there's a prize giving at the marvellous Gasworks Museum from 2:30. The Cobra Rod and Custom Car Club held its annual 1/8 of a mile drag races in Gore on Sunday on Woolwich Street. Ensign reporter Simon Kenvert captured some of the smoking tyres in action. Rudy Adrian filed this field report from Gore.
Car fans had a chance to drive outside Gore at high speed but in a safe environment. It's the 8th year that the Cobra Rod and Custom Car Club has run the event.
It's open to all sorts of cars. We've got road registered cars right up until full competition drag cars.
The competition itself is single car passes. Members of the car club pitted their racing skills against members of the public along the 1/8 mile straight.
The guys racing are all just racing against themselves. They're all racing against time. So it's basically bragging rights.
There were about 45 entrants who took the opportunity to take their prized possessions and burn rubber along the straight in front of an appreciative crowd. Rudy Adrian, the South Today.
The Queenstown Lakes District Council has given an assurance that it will not abandon the only road leading to Kinloch at the head of Lake Wakatipu near Glenorchy. The council is in fact planning a facelift for the 9 kilometres of rough gravel that has had flooding issues in the past. Mina Amso reports on this story.
Situated about an hour northwest of Queenstown, the road is a vital artery to the heart of the tiny settlement of Kinloch. The isolated road is also a key route for trampers, hunters and fishermen accessing the popular Greenstone and Caples Valley walking tracks.
So Kinloch Road is a beautiful drive. It stretches over 9 kilometres. However, it is not that easy to drive. It's quite bumpy and it's really gravelly.
The road, which has been subject to closures due to flooding from the Dart River in the recent past, is also commonly used by Kinloch Lodge guests. Kinloch Lodge owner John Glover has a plan B to bring guests in, but says the council committed to fixing the flooding problem is reassuring.
Over the last year there's been occasions when the Dart River has flowed onto the Kinloch Road and caused some surface flooding.
Queenstown Lakes District Council Mayor Jim Bolt told the South Today Kinloch roads will always be vulnerable to flooding. However, council engineers are looking at options for gradually raising the level of the road surface in places. Mr. Bolt says the council has allocated $100,000 for work that will lift the surface of the road to help avoid further flooding. He said the fix will be the first step, with more work likely in the future. Mina Amso, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, the winner's circle is hotly contested in the O-Week University Games in Dunedin, and the hot topics in the ODT tomorrow, and the warm and sunny weather report.
Dunedin is recognised by UNESCO as a City of Literature. Find out how this came about and what it means for the city. In Dunedin, a City of Literature, 7 p.m. Sundays. Proudly brought to you by Hard to Find Books.
The University of Otago, an institute of world-class education and the social epicenter of the city, with outfits needed for more formal functions like the ball and for less formal functions like
The zoo? Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Dad, you'll definitely see me. I'm the one in the yellow and blue face paint and the onesie in the zoo.
Hi, welcome back to Alex Campbell Menswear. We're filming again from our Mosgiel store. We're having a 3-store wide, sizzling summer sale. It's the end of the season. We have sizzling prices in short sleeve shirts, polos, shorts, jeans. We've got specials in trousers. It's a sizzling summer sale.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
It's a sizzling summer sale.
Arrow International knows what the essential ingredient is for accomplishing great projects, working with great people. 30 years on and 3,000 projects later, with 10 offices and 400 staff nationwide, a company who values partnerships with their clients and carries a strong reputation for passion, integrity, and the love of a challenge, excelling in the construction industry and helping to create, with our partners, more iconic New Zealand buildings.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Ecrotech Limited have been supplying beekeeping equipment and honey products in New Zealand for over 100 years. A specialist manufacturer of hiveware and plastic products for the beekeeping industry. They are the leading supplier of beekeeping equipment nationwide. For all your beekeeping needs, visit ecrotech.co.nz or call 0800 117766.
Get finance and get on the road. Talk to MTF today.
Thank you for staying with us out today. Watch this please. A video of a car being driven erratically across the Crown Range between Wanaka and Queenstown has gone viral. You won't believe this. The footage, as you can see, shows the blue car allegedly driven by a tourist crossing the centre line, nearly crashing into oncoming cars. Mate, Damon Ford of Arrowtown posted the video on Facebook and it's been liked 1,200 times and shared more than 1,700 times. Dude, Ford asked in his post whether overseas tourists should be allowed to hire rental cars in New Zealand and said the driver of the car was eventually stopped by police. Eventually. Oh, 015. One person was seriously injured and another received moderate injuries in a two-car crash near Lawnville, north of Invercargill, shortly before 11 a.m. today. Emergency services say 2 ambulances went to the scene on the Lawn-Dacre Road, apparently about a kilometre from the Lawnville roundabout. The 2 patients were taken to Southland Hospital. And it was fun, games and a bit of friendly rivalry at Logan Park's University Sports Day as O Week continues. Colleges across Dunedin came together for a rugby, volleyball and a spot of sunshine as they vied for a place in the winner's circle.
Good sportsmanship and competition were in the air at Logan Park Sports Day today, not to mention a fair amount of chanting. Teams came from colleges across Dunedin to take part in the O Week traditions. Salmond College considered themselves strong contenders and brought a fighting spirit to proceedings.
Every year is Sports Day, so all the colleges provide teams in each event and we have a big competition to see who wins.
Why is this such a big part of O Week, do you think?
It's just good because the whole forest years, it just brings everyone together, it sees who we are.
Just for the community, we want to give back. So it's a good day for everyone to get to know each other more and get to compete in different sports.
Others were getting in on the social media action, uploading shots from the day to Otago University's Instagram account. Enthusiasm was high, team colours were worn with pride, and even for those going home without a trophy, it was a great way to spend a day in the sun. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
All right, let's now recap tonight's top stories on The South Today. A man has been treated in Dunedin Public Hospital after having his hand partially amputated by a machete in what the police say was a domestic incident at Tyree Mouth. The living wage is set to increase to more than $20 an hour later this year. However, the ITU union says the minimum wage needs to rise. And Southland businesses are preparing for a course which they hope will boost their productivity by at least 25%, regardless of their chosen industry. All right, so Phil Somerville, what is in tomorrow's ODT, sir?
Well, let's start for a change with the opinion page.
Okay.
Each month, the Political Studies Department, or what they've changed their name these days, this Department of Politics, I think it's called. They're celebrating 50-year anniversary, and each month one of their academics has an article. Tomorrow is Bryce Edwards, and he's talking about the turning points in history over the last 50 years. So I wonder if viewers can work out. He's naming 4 of them, and let's make it 3 because one of them, he says, is happening right now. So in the last 50 years, 3 turning points in history. That's on the opinion page. Cross on the editorial, it's about electric deals.
All right.
Down to the fresh pages, 3 of those, lots of recipes. Nature's Bounty with Bevan Smith from Riverstone.
Excellent.
He loves a roast tart, an open roast tart. He's got one with gooseberries, and he suggests any sort of fruit would do. But he's got a few recipes there, and as usual, they look very tasty.
Outstanding.
There's something about, of course, more about the Tyree Mouth machete attack.
Yes.
Concern about students in wheelie bins riding them. It's 17 years since one was killed in Baldwin Street, and it's happening in Warrender Street, so a story about that.
Oh, that's just haunting us.
Yeah, no, that's not good. And accusations the Vice-Chancellor respond to letters from academics around New Zealand on cuts in humanities, and her response, she's been accused of intimidating behaviour. She replies to that response. So look for that as well.
Very good stories to read. Very interesting. The 4 turning points in history. And we're living through one right now.
That's according to Bryce, and they make a lot of sense to me. And I'm old enough to remember them all. A boy for the first one, right about 50 years ago.
You and me both. Oops. Phil Somerville for the ODT, thank you very much, sir. All right, you, prepare yourself for the weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn Sports Val.
Starting with today's southern view, that's Lupins in the Octagon, and also that is another beautiful shot of the road out to Kinloch. Handsome. Looking at the situation, a weakening front moves across Aotearoa tonight, bringing mild northerlies and maybe cooler conditions. A long spell of decent fine sunny weather will follow though. To the southern outlook, at Balclutha, moderate westerlies for you, a little cloud, 16, the same for the Catlins, but 19. Gore, moderate westerlies, also cloudy and 19, but Lumsden, moderate northerlies, a little cloud, 19, didn't I just say that? Okay, off to the central plateau, Alexandra, light sou'westers, fine, 19 for you. Queenstown, the same, also 19. Te Anau, fresh westers, maybe a few showers. okay, 15. In Wanaka, light southwesterlies, fine and 19. Off to the north, Oamaru, variable winds, a little bit of cloud, 18. Oamaru, mild southwesters, light, fine, 19. Timaru, the same for you, but 23. And Twizel, light southwesters, fine and 19. Pretty good all across the south. But here in Dunedin tonight, a few showers tonight. I should have brought my washing in. Warm and 13 degrees. Wednesday, well, it begins fine, a bit cooler though. Southwesters, sunny periods by the afternoon. Your lighter numbers are 8 and 16. Thursday, fine and sunny, mild northerlies, good numbers, 8 and 19. To Invercargill tonight, cooler southwesters, a few showers for you, 12 degrees overnight. Wednesday showers clearing, sunny periods, cooler southwesterlies dying out. That's wrong, that's 7 and 21. It's not 15, that's 7 and 21. Thursday, mild conditions, sunny and gorgeous, 8 and 21. And the weather continues like that all up until the week's end. You may not quote me on that. All right, and thank you for choosing the South today on behalf of the dedicated team of individuals that make all of this possible. I'm Craig Story, and I'm lucky. Have a good evening.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.